And we're live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Shining Light video podcast show, where I shine a light on my guests and the positivity they're spreading in their communities. Before I introduce you to my amazing guest, I just want to share with everyone, we have just wrapped up our second Take Action Community Mastermind. Our community is up and running. We have a WhatsApp chat, a support chat where everybody is communicating with each other. And we have our masterminds, which is the second Wednesday of every month at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just reach out to me. Find us right at michaelespositoinc.com/mastermind and just sign up for a free mastermind session. Also comes with coaching and our support group. That being said, talking about personal brands like michaelespositoinc.com, we have the expert on today. Please welcome my guest here. You see her name title, and that is her brand, LaurenBain.com. Welcome to the show, Lauren.
Thank you so much for having me. I can't wait to talk to you today. You're awesome.
Oh, yes. And we were just talking just offline just a little while ago about what you do, how you do it, how you're inspiring others. And I am so curious as to who some of your mentors are in the branding space. And if you can maybe kick us off with that, of like one of your mentors.
Absolutely. I got into personal branding because I was trying to develop my own. And so I signed up with this company called Brand Builders Group. And Rory Vaden and AJ Vaden have done an immaculate job of frameworking and pulling together a business that helps you digitization and monetization of your reputation. It's hard to say.
Ooh, I love that. It's like a fun one.
Yeah. So their tagline is turn your reputation into revenue. And that is exactly what they do. So when they're a brand strategy firm for personal brands. And so when I went there and started fleshing out my personal brand with them, I fell in love with the industry of personal branding. It made so much sense to me as somebody that's been working in the product and service category for so many years, doing creative direction for products and services. And so as I was pivoting and developing my personal brand, I saw this marketplace of people, mission-driven messengers out there who also need to be branded and creative directed as well.
It's so funny because you met my daughters right before jumping on, and you met Denise and Tenley, and you said, Tenley, she was on the camera with you, right on mic. You said, Tenley, we need to get you Tenley.com. We need to get your personal brand. So what's the inspiration for you behind helping others get their own personal brand, and how do you do that?
I think where my heart was back when I got my advertising degree at the University of Texas, what I truly found that was my gift growing up, which your daughters are probably discovering right now, is I love helping people get their dreams out into the world. And so the way that was formalized in my education was through an advertising degree. And so when I was working for Fortune 500 companies and they need to sell something and get something out there, the passion that I felt really excited about was when I got to work with them one-on-one. So when I pivoted and started working more with founders, it's the same thing. Like, I want my running store to get out to the world. I want everyone to know about this running store. I want everyone to know about my hair salon. And so it was kind of brick and mortar, traditional types of entrepreneurial businesses. But the entrepreneurial spirit I had, people that are trying to get out there and just share their gifts with the world through business was where I was. So when we switched over to personal brand, and now I'm meeting really everyone's a founder. You're a founder of your mission and your message and your service you give people. It just resonated with my heart so much. And so like purpose-based branding and just having purpose in the world and turning your passion into purpose it just all came together and clicked for me that the thing that lights me up is somebody with a gift that they want to share with the world. And again, going back to my mentor, he shares a quote by Larry Winget that says, find your gifts and exploit them in service of others. So find your uniqueness, find your gifts and exploit them in service of others. And when I heard him say that, I was like, that is it. That's it for me. That's kind of all why we're here. And if I can do that through my trade of creative direction and creating beautifully unique marketing assets for personal brands, because I believe that nobody's a template, I'm kind of anti-template, then I can go out there and create really unique branding assets for you that are ownable, your own IP, and you can just have something that supports the message you're trying to share with the world.
So when we were talking, and what you're sharing here is that it sounds like people can hire you and your services in order to be like that creative director. And you have that in your title here, personal brand creative director. And I know that might throw people off. When I hear that, and when we were talking offline about this, I'm thinking about something that is pretty commonly used these days that I've heard, which is fractional CFO or fractional CEO. And I'm wondering if that's maybe kind of like the right association for you of fractional brand director.
Yes, that would be the transaction you're having with me. And that is a great word. It's new. It's like better than freelance or consultant. But yes, I like that I'm a personal brand creative director because I'm definitely making it very clear who I'm working with. But yes, I compare it to being an event planner, an interior designer, or a contractor. You hire all three of those people to help you throw your dream party, your dream decor, or your dream house. Now, are all three of those people in there like blowing up balloons or nailing the drywall in, or like, quilting the blankets they're putting on the bed for your decor? They probably could. Some of them probably have that craft. And I have that craft and that skill set that I've developed over 25 years. But what I'm doing now is just what I'm getting back to is the dream that somebody has for their personal brand. They want to share it with the world. Let's start first with strategy. I always recommend everyone go to Brand Builders to develop your strategy. And then when you've gotten all that nailed down, let's go express it to the world, because you got to get out there and you got to tell people what you're all about. And so there are traditional marketing assets like brand identity systems and websites and business cards and all those little tangibles. And that's my skill that I can give you. But the actual positioning and strategy behind making you unique, that's what I feel is my gift, is helping you express yours.
So you offer some coaching on being able to express that. And
Mhm.
I'm curious on one of maybe the tips that you offer in order to be able to dive into what you just mentioned.
Well, first, I always say, what are you selling? Because that's at the end of the day, there's that. What are you trying to sell? Where's your heart in all this? Where's your soul in all of this? That I can make sure that that aligns. But then also, what makes you unique? Because I get so feisty and riled up about templates or about things that look aesthetically pleasing, but don't really have any unique IP. So what is it about you that makes you your unicorn? And a unicorn is my logo, my iconography, and it has a lot of different meanings to it. Some people say you're a unicorn, but I used it more to be like, I can discover the unicorn. And that's what I see. That's what I saw all the way back in the day when I would look at products and services. I mean, restaurants serve food. Why is this restaurant any better than the other restaurant? This burger. So why are you as a coach any different than the other coach? You want to make them empowered. You want to make them empowered. So everyone's kind of selling these parody type services. And so I need to make sure and uncover what's unique about it. And which is another reason I like personal branding, because nobody else can do it just like you. It's almost harder to do it in the products and services level with traditional businesses, but you are going to offer a unique spin. You're going to offer a unique relation. I could probably get public speaking coaching from somebody else, but I might like you because the way you go about it and the way you deliver it. But I would want to make sure people know that and see that through your branding. And so as far as a tip goes, it's really kind of doing a little bit of self-discovery to figure out what makes you unique.
Yeah, I love that. And so with that being said, you do offer a coaching program, and I got my little reminder of how you offer it. I have my own little dream catcher here, everyone. And so first, Lauren, let's identify what a dream catcher is, and then a little bit how you do it differently. So this is a
Right.
dream catcher that I had in my office, and when Lauren and I were talking about it, I pulled it down from my windowsill.
Yeah, I was asking Michael if he knew what they were, because I'm in Texas, he's in New York. I don't know if dream catchers are in a certain region more than the other, but when it came time to say, let's have a free 30-minute discovery call, I didn't want to call it a 30-minute discovery call because I want to be creative and unique. And so I thought about what is it that's happening on my discovery call. And I was like, oh, dream catchers are so cool. You see them in the window. And the way I always thought about the lore of it was that it was kind of catching dreams and like filtering them down to you. I think if you really dig deep to the Native American culture and kind of what they're about, it's really to filter out like negative energy and that's coming into your home. So sure, I can do that too. I'll filter out the negative thoughts you have about why you shouldn't be a personal brand or like why you're not worthy of doing this. But in the end, the way I saw it was that I'll be this repository that's catching all your dreams and making sure I understand where you want to go with it so that I can sit down and run it through my brain on how we can take that to market.
I love that. And so for anybody who's looking to learn how to create their personal brand, I certainly encourage this. I, of course, have my own team that does this because Lauren, you and I just met, but I've had Katie working with me for several years now. And I'll tell everyone who's watching and listening right now, it was a game changer for me because I had put out the shining light without any conversation with anybody like you, Lauren, or like Katie, of course, who does it for me. And I was all over the place. And I remember sitting with her and going through the different slides that I had created, the different marketing templates I'd created, the different identities I had created. And what she said to me, which is what you've been saying this whole call here, is nothing's congruent, nothing's speaking to what you offer and what you do. It's all over the place and there's no consistency. And because there's no consistency, there's no brand recognition. And it took someone like her, and of course, people can hire you to do this, to come in and kind of really give me that brand identity and put together what my colors are, what my fonts are, what my slides look like, who I am, what my message is. Now, of course, it was a conversation with her of who I am. Like, she didn't tell me who I was, but I had to tell her who I was so that she can start creating that around me. So I'm giving this as a personal testimony on how working with a creative director like yourself really impacted my business in a great way. And so I encourage everybody watching right now, Lauren's offering a free strategy session with you, which she calls her dream catcher session. And I would also say it is a dream catcher because we as entrepreneurs, we as brand builders, we as founders, we have dreams. We have to have dreams and we have visions for our future. And if we don't capture those somewhere in a document, in a mission statement, in a complete journaling, and share that with someone like Lauren to be able to put color to it, to be able to put logo to it, to be able to put brand identity to it, then we're not going to be able to share that with the world. And as a founder myself, I know the reason why we have these missions and these visions is because we want to create an impact in the world. And if we don't meet with you, Lauren, we're not able to create that impact. So I encourage all of you to reach out to Lauren. All of her information will be in the comments section, so you'll be able to reach out to her from there. But I certainly encourage everybody to get a dream catcher session with you.
Thank you so much. You summed it all up. It was perfect.
You're very welcome. So you're in Texas. You have all these beautiful pictures behind you. On a personal note here, tell us about these beautiful boys you have behind you.
No. Well, yes. And this is a testament to, if any women are out there and also juggling their professional and personal lives, that's the next platform I'm standing on, is that my oldest son went off to college last year, which is when I really started digging into professional development and personal development, figuring out where to go with my career. But these are my sons. I live in Austin, Texas. I have a college-age son and a high school son. So I'm kind of in this stage of life that is what I paused for a little bit in my career, and then I would come back, and I would just, motherhood to me has always been part of my identity and my personal brand. And so that's why my people are behind me when they were a little bit younger.
Yeah. And I think, and the reason why I bring that up, that personal part, is because you're right, personal brand. And these are the things that make us unique, and we connect in different ways. And, those pictures of your kids behind you, and they're beautiful pictures, like, on the beach, holding them up and hanging out. That resonates with me because I'm going to go to the beach with my daughters. You got to meet my daughters. It made me feel comfortable to bring my daughters on camera and to meet you. And so I think it just ties back to what you said earlier on, which is these unique qualities about us are what connect us. Yep. And I really love that you bring that out in the founders that you work with. You bring out their unique qualities so they can connect with the people. And you said this word, and I love it, that align with them. I love it. Your mission has to align. Your brand has to align. It really does. I love all of that.
Thank you.
You're awesome, Lauren. Thanks so much for coming on this show today.
You're so welcome. Thanks for having me. It was great. And tell your daughters goodbye for me, but I hope to see them again.
I will. Lauren, just for our audio listeners here, where can people find you?
LaurenBain.com. And that's Bane. Like, wasn't that in some kind of Marvel show or something, like Bane, but it's spelled Bayne?
Yes. That would be Batman.
Batman. Is that Marvel? Is that a Marvel?
DC, I believe.
DC.
I'm not a big comic person, but I
don't know either.
Superman was always my favorite, and he was DC Comics, and I believe Batman was too.
Okay. So yes, LaurenBain.com.
LaurenBain.com. Thanks everybody for watching. This has been the Shining Light Video Podcast Show, which is live every Thursday at 1 p.m. So please just jump in, check it out, watch the replay, comment below, and definitely click on the links for LaurenBain.com. Book a session with her. Lauren, it's been great having you on the show today.
Thank you so much, Michael. Likewise.
Thanks, everyone. Stay happy and stay healthy, and I'll see you next week. Bye.